Over the weekend, cities across North America held their annual gay pride parades. Gay pride parades are usually really fun events. They're loud, they're jubilant, they're colorful. They're really living celebrations of the vast freedoms that we enjoy here in the West. And with all of the advances made recently towards equality, gay men and women in North America have a lot to be happy about. But unfortunately, something else has emerged at these events. Something has reared its ugly head. They're being taken over by far-left tribalism and identity politics. In Toronto, for example, Pride organizers caved to the unreasonable demands of hostile Black Lives Matter activists who demanded a ban on uniformed police officers. So for the first time since 2000, the Toronto Police Force did not march in this year's parade. Toronto Pride enforced BLM's demands to bar officers from marching in uniform. And Toronto is not alone. Organizers of the Dyke March in Chicago decided to expel 3 Jewish women from Chicago Pride because they were carrying rainbow flags with the Star of David. The Dyke March organizers said this: "Yesterday during the rally, we saw 3 individuals carrying Israeli flags superimposed onto rainbow flags. Some folks say they are Jewish pride flags, but as a collective, we are very much pro-Palestine. And when we see these flags, we know a lot of folks who are under attack by Israel see the visuals of the flag as a threat. So we don't want anything in the space that can inadvertently or advertently express Zionism." That's just bizarre, honestly. Do they know how Hamas treats gays in the Gaza Strip? Do they know that Israel is the only country in the Middle East to host a gay pride parade, as well as to enshrine rights for gay people? Well, unfortunately, what the far left wants, the far left gets. A final example is in Los Angeles. They held their Pride Parade earlier this month in West Hollywood. Except it's no longer called the Pride Parade. The parade has been renamed as the Resist March to protest, you guessed it, the presidency of Donald Trump. So Republicans and Trump supporters were persona non grata in one of America's biggest cities. In the name of what? Diversity and inclusion? So if you're a cop in Toronto who's gay, if you're a Jew in Chicago who's gay, or if you're a Republican in California who's gay, well, sorry, but the regressive left, who's now in charge of Pride, wants to force you back into the closet. The gay rights movement, sadly, seems to be going the way of the feminist movement. Feminism used to be about gaining equality for men and women, but not anymore. Today's feminists are boldly anti-male, they're anti-American, and they oppose just about every aspect of our traditional Western civilization, be it the family, the free market economy, or even the way that we elect our government. Both of these political movements, feminists and gay rights activists, they were once about fighting for civil liberties and equal rights, but they've reached a tipping point. They've abandoned everyday people and embraced a divisive, far-left, social justice warrior attitude. They're pushing their own form of bullying, harassment, exclusion, and bigotry. The new left's intolerance is intolerable. It's driving away traditional allies in pursuit of a much more radical and more unpalatable causes. For the Rebel Media, I'm Candace Malcolm.